morning, good morning. I'm Kelvin Hagan, and I get the privilege to fill in for Stanley this morning, and I'm super happy to be here. So, we'll look at the comments as folks start coming in, and I just love being here. I like it when I get the opportunity to be here another time during the week. It's just always a joy. So, I'm going to take a minute right now. See, a few folks are starting to come in, so I know the connection's good. So I'm going to take a minute right now, and I'm going to post this prayer session onto my personal page as well. May reach one or two more people by doing that. And that's a wonderful thing, because you never know what somebody needs to hear. And it may be just that little nudge, that moment that we look at somebody and we see the divine in them, that moment that they hear just what they need to hear right at that moment, but they have no idea they need to hear it. And maybe they'll hear it as it passes by on my Facebook page. So I invite anybody and everybody to repost this onto your page too and share it. So here it is, Wednesday morning. Beautiful morning. I'm out here at my tree. Got to have a little bit of a jacket on because it's a bit chilly. Now, some folks around the country are in different spots, and they would laugh at me thinking it was chilly with what it is here. However, when we're acclimated to LA, Chili's a lot warmer than when you're somewhere that gets actually cold. So I understand. So let's see who's coming in here. Jenny, good morning. All the way from LA. Tanya, good morning from South Carolina. Mary, good morning from Woodland Hills. Ooh, you're staying at an Airbnb, huh? Nice. Teresa, good morning from San Diego. Portia, good morning. Bright and beautiful day tuning in from Los Angeles. Good morning. Yes, putting the finer off on a home. Yes, Mary. Oh, we'll hold that in it, knowing the best and finest experience one can have buying a house. Good morning, Agape family, from Jenny. There you go, Jenny. Thank you. Hazel, thankfulness for this time of meditation. Yes, be a little bit meditative, and this is the prayer morning, and we're going to do a little of both because you know what? Meditation is always a part of prayer, and prayer is always a part of meditation. That's the beauty of it is. I love it. Prayers for safe flight home back to Oregon tonight. All needs met in all ways, always. Yes, Portia, absolutely. Flying on the friendly skies. Good morning from Alberta, St. Alberta, Canada. Hi, Curtis. Colleen, good morning from Torrance, California, right down the street. Crystal, good morning. Oh, boy, it so bounces. It's so funny. Lynn, good morning. Barbara, good morning from Monroe, North Carolina. And Lynn's in Astoria, Oregon. All over the place here. Yes. Antonia, good morning. Jennier, good morning from Toluca Lake. And so it is. Yes. Catherine, good morning. Yes, good to have you in this prayer field with us right here, right now. Tahida, good morning from Florida. Yes. Okay. Good day. Teresa Donston, good day, Prac Peeps. Jazz, good morning from Downey. Clarinet, from Phoenix. Nice out there this time of year. All the snowbirds coming down to enjoy the beautiful weather as fall and winter and spring in Phoenix tend to attract lots of people. I know that. Good morning, Lucy from Culver City, right down the street. It's such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. Well, this was an unexpected visit. I'm Kelvin Hagan, and as I said, I'm filling in for Stanley this morning, and I'm pleased to be here. Now, I was trying to think of what I was going to read, and this book just popped up. It's a book I've been carrying around in my car with me, the Pocket Thich Nhat Hanh. And I opened it to a couple of spots, and these are all little meditations, little prayers. And this one reading that I had right here grabbed me when I just started reading it. I didn't even read the whole thing because I want to be here and experience it with us together, with the we combined. Because we are one. Make no mistake. There is no two. There is only one. And I get to be me inside that one, as you get to be you, and you get to be you, and you get to be you, and we get to be we. And this particular we that we have right here, right now, this is the only time that this particular we will be manifesting itself as this we, exactly in the format it is right now. See who else has jumped on. Wayne, Chuko, yes, Celeste, Valerie. So good morning to everybody. Marcella, hello, Marcella. So good to have other practitioners here with us as well. Teresa, good morning. Okay. Jennifer, Dorothy, Olive. Yes, so many familiar faces. Della. So nice to have everybody here. So, Philip, hello. Wanda, Terry. It's just such a joy. I just love going through the names and experiencing each and every person here. So this is a reading on in the Pocket Thich Nhat Hanh on page 83. And this is just a book of a whole bunch of individual little meditative thoughts that are there. And you can open it, you can read them, and it's really wonderful. Actually, I picked this up at a bookstore the other day down in Venice Beach when I was just walking along the walk there. And we went into there was actually a bookstore right off the restaurant that we were eating at. And I saw this book, and it jumped out into me and came home with me. Hello, Kimberly. Krista. Yes, Santa Fe. Nice. So, the wounded child inside. Oof. In each of us, there is a young, suffering child. We have all had times of difficulty as children, and many of us have experienced trauma. To protect and defend ourselves against future suffering, we often try to forget those painful times. Every time we're in touch with the experience of suffering, we believe we can't bear it, and we stuff our feelings and memories down deep inside our unconscious mind. It may be that we haven't dared to face this child for many decades. But just because we may have ignored the child doesn't mean she or he isn't there. The wounded child is always there, trying to get our attention. The child says, I'm here, I'm here. You can't avoid me. You can't run away from me. We want to end our suffering by sending the child to a deep place and staying as far away as possible. But running away doesn't end our suffering. It only prolongs it. When we become aware that we've forgotten the wounded child in ourselves, we feel great compassion for that child, and we begin to generate the energy of mindfulness. The practices of mindful walking, mindful sitting, mindful breathing are our foundation. With our mindful breath and mindful steps, we can produce the energy of mindfulness and return to the awakened wisdom lying in each cell of our body. That energy will embrace us and heal us, and will heal the wounded child within us. The first function of mindfulness is to recognize and not to fight We can stop at any time and become aware of the child within us. When we recognize the wounded child for the first time, all we need to do is to be aware of him or her and say hello. That's all. Perhaps this child is sad. If we notice this, we can just breathe in and say to ourselves, breathing in, I know that sorrow has manifested in me. Hello, my sorrow. And then breathing out, I will take good care of you. Once we have recognized our inner child, the second function of mindfulness is to embrace him or her. This is a very pleasant practice. Instead of fighting our emotions, we are taking good care of ourselves. Mindfulness brings with her an ally, concentration. The first few minutes of recognizing and embracing our inner child with tenderness will bring some relief. The difficult emotions will still be there, but we won't suffer anymore. After recognizing and embracing our inner child, the third function of mindfulness is to soothe and relieve our difficult emotions. Just by holding this child gently, we are soothing our difficult emotions, and we can begin to feel at ease. When we embrace our strong emotions with mindfulness and concentration, we'll be able to see the roots of these mental formations. We'll know where our suffering has come from. When we see the roots of things, our suffering will lessen. So mindfulness recognizes, embraces, and relieves. The energy of mindfulness continues the energy of concentration, as well as the energy of insight. Concentration helps us focus on one thing. With concentration, the energy of looking becomes more powerful, and insight is possible. Okay, I see we're frozen, huh? Are we frozen now, or can you hear me again? Somebody let me know. Oh, boy. Yes, frozen. Okay, well, let's see what we can do about that. Give me a moment. Can you hear me now? Feel like an ad. I can hear you. Okay, good. With concentration, energy of looking becomes more powerful, and insight is possible. Insight always has the power of liberating us. If mindfulness is there and we know how to keep mindfulness alive, concentration will be there too. And if we know how to keep concentration alive, insight will also come. The energy of mindfulness enables us to look deeply and gain the insight we need so that transformation is possible. That is so powerful. The wounded child within. We look for this child. We accept this child. We see this child, and we hold this child close to us. So it's a beautiful thing. And it touches base on something that I was working with somebody with yesterday, briefly, is, I call it time-traveling shape-shifting. Is as we go back and we accept and we embrace and we recognize this wounded child, and we love this wounded child, and we see what's taking place in their life, and we can see what's affecting them and what has shaped them over the years, we can also then concentrate and put a little focus on changing the perception we have by bringing back what we know now and who we be now, the being we are now, to these moments in time, to these suffering, painful times in the past as a child, or whatever it is, the wounded child that's inside of us. We can shift our perception of what was taking place at that time. And with meditation and prayer, we bring that back to this time, and it adjusts and changes everything that those moments affected in our life. so that as we relieve the suffering through loving the inner child, we also bring with it the healing of the moments today in our life that we may be judging something. We may be reacting from fear as opposed to responding from love. Because how we respond or react to something is in fact a prayer for what the next step in your now moment will be. So, let's take a moment and go into prayer here. So, first I'm just grateful that everybody is still here. I'm grateful for the moments of silence that popped into the middle when I had to pause and absorb some of what I was reading. I am grateful for the fact that this morning I woke up and I first thought was, I'm alive and I get to have another day. I'm grateful for my kitty cats, Orion and Gaia, and the love they share with me. I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for my son Asher, my son Ryder. I am grateful for my ex-wife Kelly and the family that we are. I am grateful in knowing that each and everything taking place in each and every place is in fact lifing in and around me. Lifing is everything. It's the plants I'm sitting under, the tree I'm here, the airplane that's flying overhead, the cars I hear in the distance. Lifing is the parrot flocks that have these parrot parties in the trees all over here, like squawking and being crazy. The crows that are cawing when they're flocking together into a nice, beautiful murder of crows. I know that each and every one of these things is Godding, lifing, naturing. Lifing is always producing more life because it is everything, it is everywhere. There is no escaping from lifing. There is no beginning and no end because it is all things at all time. I am this lifing in and as and through me. I get to be Kelwin, here today, here every day. I get to be this because this is what I am, always, in all ways. And inside of Kelwin, it's not just a little piece of God, a little piece of lifing. It's all of lifing, living, pulsing, and being through and as me. Wow, that feels so good just to think it and say it. And if it's true of me, which it is, it's true of thee, it's true of we, it's true of you. We all are lifing right here, right now, inside this beautiful lifing being that is all things. Yes, you and nobody else can do God as you except you. The beauty of that. Take a moment and realize the beauty of your existence, your appearance here on earth, the amazing things it took for this manifestation of God to be here and walk this planet. Think how amazing that is. Now, look at the beauty of that, and look at the life and structures of that. Look back and look at the wounded child and the happy child in your past. Look back at these things. Take a moment right now. Take a breath in. And look back at a moment in your life that was so amazing when you were a child. That everything was brand new. Everything was love. Everything was fantastic. Go back to that moment. Grab a hold of that moment in life. You may have been alone. You may have been with a pet. You may have been with your mother or your father or your sister or your brother, but this moment is inside of you. This joyful, wonderful child is alive inside of us all at all times. Go back and look at this time. Find that moment that is of pure joy, when you are 100% present right here, right now. Breathe into that moment. Feel that moment. That moment is you being your true self, the inner being, the inner child, because that's what we all are. We're all children, children of life, and children of God, right here, right now. So I declare with absolute certainty that right now, in each and every one of our life, and every life that we touch, and every life that life touches, God is there. I declare right now that each and every person that I see, I will treat and respect and love as the divine light of God that they are. And as we move forward, knowing that we are the ones we've been waiting for, we are the love, we are the light, we are the abundance. We have no need to wait for anything, because everything is here now. And as I do not deny that there is illness, there is violence, there is war, there is fear manifesting itself as pure sadness and destruction. I know that in these places there is the love, the light of God. And I know that as we move forward, knowing that everything is done for mine, for our greatest good, I know that merging out of these emergencies is a fantastic, amazing change in this world. And that this world keeps blooming and blossoming, and the world becomes a more peaceful place as we become more peaceful people. We only change ourselves. We only change ourselves by changing the perception of whose and what we are. We change our thoughts. We change our actions. We change our words. We walk gently and consciously as we walk everywhere we walk. We take the time to slow down and visit the inner child within us. We allow that child to express what they're feeling then, and we bring forward the love that they had inside their hearts, that you have inside your heart. Right now, God is Godding. Life is lifing. And it's the only thing taking place. We get to choose. I choose to respond with love, from love, even as I bring things to the attention and am not afraid to talk about things that are taking place on this world. I look at it and know the only way the world changes is I change, and I represent, I reflect, I shine the light of love, joy, and abundance out into this world. And as I do this, as we do this, we change the world. Right now, the wounded child inside of society is manifesting itself in many ways of fear and anger and violence. So let's start right now. Go inside. Take that child and give that child a hug. Hold that child close. Love that inner child. That inner child is God, lifing. And it's alive and well. Know it. Don't run from it. Don't hide it. Don't bury it. Embrace it. Embrace that child within. Today, I embrace my inner child. I hold close to me. I hold myself close to me. We hold ourselves close to we. This is the love of the world, changing the world. Oh, so I take another deep breath here as I'm feeling into this. And I'm feeling into this moment, this moment of true compassion. Compassion that I have for self. My self-compassion. Knowing that my self-compassion can change my entire body right down to a genetic level. Knowing that we can change everything right down to our genes just by changing our thoughts and our perceptions of it. I give thanks for knowing that this inner child in us is alive and well. I give thanks for the truth of these words. I give thanks for knowing that I am the one I've been waiting for. We are the ones we've been waiting for. I give thanks for knowing that this is enough. Always and always. And I release it. I release everything into the loving embrace that is the love of God. I release everything, because releasing it, letting it go, and knowing that what is supposed to grow will grow, and what is supposed to fade into the darkness will fade away. I let it go. I release all fears. I release all judgments. I release all discomfort. I release anything that I've been struggling with. I release it. I just let it go. Whether I understand it or not, I know it's not serving me. Thank you. Thank you. And I let it go. I let it go into the big, loving yes that is all things. And as I let it go, I say, and so it is. And it is done. It is done. It is done now. Amen. Wow. Okay. Let's see who's over here commenting. Thank you. Prayers for my family. Yes, Danielle. Amen, Shannon. So it is, Harriet. Yes. Tracy. Assuming all needs met. Everything is working together for our greatest good. This was the book I was reading from, too. It's just got wonderful things to spark your thoughts and your heart. Tanya, thankful for you as well. Be excellent to each other. Yes, Wayne. Olive, yes, today I embrace my inner child. You're welcome. Self-compassion. Yes, Harriet. Compassion. I like to think of compassion as the loving strings that bind everything together into one as we feel things. Compassion. Feeling compassion for myself is feeling compassion for all, because we're all connected through these strings as one life. Prayers for gratitude to Pachamama, the ancestors. Yes. Yes. Alice, thank you. Okay. DJ, Crunch, prayers for everyone recovering from surgery. Yes, knowing that everywhere that everyone is, the healing love of God is. In and as each of the people working on them. And that each of the people in every situation in the world, the soldiers, the world leaders, everybody, they are all just as much just as much one inside the life of God as you and I. Knowing this, I know that everything is conspiring for our greatest good. It just sometimes has a little bit of a death rattle as an old paradigm fades out into the new paradigm of love. Stefan, thank you. Always good to hear. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Got a lot here. I'm going to go through all of these. Prayers for divine right employment, Mercedes. Next step in your career. Feel that abundance. Yes. Yes. Okay. That's awesome. Yes. Amen. Okay. Trying to look at a thread here, but it won't let me. Oh well. That's life. Okay. Now, my name is Kelvin Hagan, and I like to put a little announcement at the end of these things. Want to remind folks that don't know what a practitioner at Agape is. I'm an Agape licensed spiritual practitioner. What that means to me is that I am there for we. That means if you pick up your phone or you're in your computer and you call me on Facebook or you send me a message on Facebook or you have my phone number, which, by the way, I have posted inside my Facebook about, that I will answer the phone or I will call you back, and I'll take the time to pray with you, to listen to you. I also do therapy sessions, spiritual therapy sessions, where we utilize the principles of God and these two in order to help bring us back to whom we are. And these therapy sessions, I can't live without them. I have my own practitioner I talk to, and they're amazing. And I also offer, because some people can't afford to hire a practitioner for a fair living wage at the time, and I understand that. Things are difficult sometimes financially. So I offer group therapy sessions, group practitioner sessions for spiritual therapy. One Saturday, a Saturday and a Monday night every other week, once every 2 weeks. I believe the one I have coming up is this weekend. If you find me on Facebook in the top pinned pages, send me a message, Kelvin Hagan, and I'll send you the link to it, and I would love to see you there. The more people that are on there, the more we all grow together. It's a beautiful, confidential time to talk about whatever things you feel you need. I'm also Kelvin Hagan on YouTube. I put all these prayers, videos, and meditations there as well. And as a practitioner, I am just here at any time. And if you doubt that, leave me a message. I'm aware that there are many people out there that don't return messages as quickly or at all as they should. That's not me. I took an oath, and that oath is to be here for we. I love you all. I love and care about you. I wouldn't miss this time here with you for the world. And I'll see y'all at noon for the meditation. Looking forward to it. Much love. Peace.